iRock. It is Caroli here at Rock on the Range 2018 in Columbus, Ohio, with our very first guest of the day, Hawthorne Heights. How are you guys?
We feel very good. We're a little wet, but we're happy to be here.
So as a band, when you come and play any show outdoors, how much does the weather weigh on you? I mean, you travel so much that it probably happens often, but for a fan, they're coming this is maybe the one big event they're going to, and it really weighs. But for a band's perspective,
definitely. You always, when you're talking about outdoor festivals specifically, you're checking the weather pretty neurotically. And then every time, you build it up more in your head, no one's going to care. Maybe people aren't going to show up because it's raining and nobody wants to get rain on. These people want rock and roll. They're coming rain or shine.
That is true.
We're going to be the ones complaining way more than they are. They want to be out there, and, there's no cure for bad weather like rock and roll. So they'll be out there getting wild.
What are the hazards for you when you are playing as a band? I mean, a lot of electricity and stuff, but what are the biggest obstacles in a weather situation that you got to overcome?
Me personally, I'm never worried about electricity because if I get shocked to death, I guess I get shocked. But I don't want to slip and fall on stage in front of a crowd. That is something I'm more worried about.
I would understand that. That makes sense.
There's nothing less rock and roll about falling on stage. Mm-hmm. It's definitely happened.
Maybe even happens on a dry stage, let alone, adding
it definitely happens. It gets, that's a little bit more America's Funniest Home Videos than we want to be portrayed as.
That's not something you want to be part of, right?
No, we don't.
We're talking with Hawthorne Heights here at Rock on the Range, Columbus, Ohio. iRock Radio. It's Caroli. Stephen Wayne is here as well, and we'll be here broadcasting live all weekend. Tell us about the brand new album, which just came out, right?
Yeah, it just came out a couple weeks ago. It's called Bad Frequencies on Pure Noise Records. And, we're pretty much on our longest tour ever supporting this, doing some festivals and some headline dates. We're really excited about it. We recorded it in Ohio, in Columbus, Ohio, where we are today at Rock on the Range. And it's about being young and carefree, and it's about kind of explaining the mistakes that you made when you were younger and coming to terms with some of those mistakes.
And there's a lot of them, aren't there?
Oh, there's a ton of them. It's about the time in your life when you had no responsibilities or anything like that, and you were able to just, I guess, break some eggs.
I like that.
Yeah, it's about that time.
Mm-hmm. So explain the connection you guys have with your audience, and specifically, because we are here at Rock on the Range, how do you connect to such a big audience? That's got to be a challenge for you guys, right? I mean, for any band, because the audience is so vast. How do you connect one-on-one or thousands on thousands?
Yeah, there can be an immediate connection, or there can be a disconnect. We've played some festivals where, if you don't say the right thing, it's like people aren't paying attention whatsoever. But we kind of approach it like, today we get a half hour with these people.
Oh, that's great.
And that's all
well,
we
it's short
get,
for a normal show.
Yeah.
But it's pretty good for a festival,
yeah,
actually,
definitely.
right?
But we look at it like everybody can turn their brain off for that half hour, and we can all get rid of our real life problems, and we can all just come together because we all enjoy music, and we should just live in that exact moment. So the songs typically for all these bands speak for themselves. If people know the songs, that typically helps. Otherwise, if you're checking out a new band and you really like what they have to say on stage, you really like their stage persona, stuff like that, really, it'll come together for you.
Absolutely. One question we like to ask bands, we talk about music and the live performance and everything, and there's always something that has brought us here, brought me to radio, brought you to music. What is the song or the album that kind of changed your life and maybe set you on this path?
The song for us?
Yeah,
for our album, or the song
when you were a kid, let's say, a teenager, and you heard an album or a song that was like, wow.
For me, it was Melancholy and then Infinite Sadness, and it would have been a song like Zero. Watching that video, seeing them out there doing that, I was like, man, being in a band is pretty badass.
Mm-hmm.
What about these guys?
Probably something off Nevermind, like Lithium or something from that era. Definitely kind of opened my eyes to, I want to do that.
Right.
Nah.
Taking guesses.
A little later. For me, probably this band Screeching Weasel, Kill the Musicians. I was into a certain kind of rock, and that introduced me to the idea that I could be terrible at guitar and still play music. So, but probably that opened my eyes to that. Then Green Day really took it to the next level.
Right.
On the whole thing. So
It's interesting as we ask bands, throughout the course of a year or whatever. Nevermind is probably the most consistent one, but it's interesting to hear all the different influences that lead you to what now for you guys creates the music of Hawthorne Heights. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So congratulations on the new album, Bad Frequencies. Everybody
Thank
should
you.
go out, download it now, check it out. And of course, so beyond this festival, what are the touring plans for the band?
Touring plans, we finished this entire run up on like July 9th in Mexico. So we go all the way from the United States. We already went to Mexico. We came back, finish in Hawaii and Alaska, go back to LA, fly to Mexico, and eventually we will make it home. Spend a
Sooner or
couple
later.
months at home, and then we have some fun plans that will be announced in the next couple weeks. Can't really say what, but some international stuff and some more United States stuff. So our fans from a lot of different places are going to get to still see us play this year.
That's awesome. We wish you guys nothing but the best. Congrats on the new album, Bad Frequencies, as we said, pick that up. And we wish you nothing but success. And thanks for joining us on iRock Radio.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for talking to us, and I'm glad you got a big tent over your head today.
We're gonna be dry.
because,
We're gonna be
yeah,
just
I think
fine.
you'll be.
That's it. Hawthorne Heights with iRock Radio, the world headquarters of rock.